Welcome to the module on managing the product as a part of the product management certification course. Now, what do we mean by the fact managing the product? It's something which is broadly divided into three parts, where the first part is talking about developing the product objectives. Now these product objectives which you are going to develop, they have to be in sync with the overall business value of the organization and the overall kind of a value add which you see bringing to the table via the product for the organization to its customer. So these product objectives could be, say, for an individual product, or they could be for the entire product line and the product mixes. Now, once you have developed the right set of product objectives, the next thing is to design a product strategy, which involves setting the roadmap, forecasting, marketing strategy, and each and everything in the entire gamut of activities which are required to make the product a success. And when we say that a product is successful, it is in terms of the revenue. So the product strategy has to be in sync with the revenue strategy, which at the end of the day should be aligned with the business strategy for that particular product. Now, to achieve this, you need to be making technical product decisions, the tactical product decisions. Now, tactical product decisions, they would be around, say, product branding, they would be around packaging and labeling design, they would be around the overall persona which the product is supposed to create in front of the user for the value which product brings to the table. And hence the product related decisions around branding, packaging and labeling, they also play a very tactical role. And all these three, that is the product strategy, product objective and the tactical product decisions around branding and packaging, they all get together and become the part of the overall spectrum of managing the product. Now, what is the criteria for arriving at effective product objectives? Let's have a look at them. That what are the parameters which I should be keeping in mind while creating the product objectives so that they are pretty effective? First of all, my product objectives should be measurable. Anything which cannot be measured cannot be improved. And as a product manager, your duty is to continuously improve your product, and hence it's very important for you to set up the objectives which are measurable. Second, the objectives should be very clear and unambiguous. The statement, the way the objectives are communicated within the team, to the external team, internal stakeholders, external stakeholders, they should be very clear and unambiguous. There should be no scope of ambiguity while defining the objectives of a product. The third thing is they should be time frame. Remember the difference between a dream and a goal. A dream is something which does not have a time frame. A goal is something where you set up a time frame. So a dream with a time frame becomes a goal. Similarly, to achieve any objective via product, a product manager needs to set up a specific time frame to see whether the things are working, whether things are not working. Suppose tomorrow Tinder introduces a new feature in their app. Now, how would a product manager at Tinder decide that whether this particular feature has been able to achieve its objective in terms of engaging customers more, or say bringing in more app downloads or not? He will have to set a certain timeline. I cannot be testing something for an indefinite period of time. So if I have to decide that whether a certain product feature introduced by me has been a success or not, I will be putting up a certain time frame. Yes, I will not put it up as a very short one, but on an average, I'll give any new feature introduced 2 to 3 months to test it. And that's why it's very important to have a time frame objectives for your product or product features. Next is, whatever objectives you set, they should be consistent with the long-term profitability vision of the organization you are the part of. Anything and everything which you do as a product manager has to be in alignment with the long-term vision of the organization, and so does the product objective set by you needs to be consistent with. Now, another parameter which gets a lot of airtime in multiple discussions at different forums is quality as a product objective. So, product quality is the overall ability of the product to satisfy the customer expectations. Now, when we talk about product quality, there are different dimensions linked to it, which are majorly around durability of the product, reliability of the product, precision of the product, ease of use, product safety, aesthetic pleasure. So, if you see durability, is the product going to last? Is the product something which I am able to use for a long time? Reliability, can I rely it for the actual value which I am seeking out of the product? Is it precise? Is it meeting my requirements in a very precise way? Is it easy to use? Now, suppose if tomorrow there is a dating app which is very difficult to use with very complicated features, I will probably not use it. Rather, I'll prefer a dating app which gives me very easy way to interact with the people whom I want to date. And hence, ease of use becomes a very important part of your quality as a product objective. Next is product safety. Yes, I want my safety while using a product. So suppose if I'm using a technology product which is more like an online product, there my protection of my data, protection of whatever things I'm entering while creating my profile, or whatever things I'm using to make a transaction, are all those things secured? Are all those things safe? So product safety becomes another important parameter of setting up a quality as a product objective. And last but not the least, yes, the aesthetic pleasure, which is self-explanatory. I cannot be using a product which does not has the right set of aesthetics. So as a product manager, you need to take care of the right aesthetics of the product as well. Now, what are the key aspects of quality of a product? First is the level of quality. When I say level, I measure it on the scale of say 0 to 10, high to low, and I need to ensure that the level of quality is high for the product. It is something which is say in synchronous with the rating of the quality of the product. Second is consistency. So consistency means that if today I'm having say 9 out of 10 in my quality, even 10 years down the line, I'm going to continue to have 9 or 9 plus for my quality. I will not let my quality degrade over the period of time. I will maintain the same quality over the period of time, and that is what consistency in quality refers to. While the level, it at times is used at an absolute as an absolute, where I am measuring the quality of the product as a standalone, and mostly the level of the quality would be judged by the quality of my competitor product, or say the older established quality of my product. So as per the standards, I should always be enhancing my quality of the product vis-a-vis the earlier established quality of the product. Secondly, the level of the quality of my product should always be higher than that of the competitor, and hence when I say the level, I say my product's quality is higher than the quality of someone else's product, and this quality is consistent across the duration of the time you are going to use the product. And that is where level and consistency become very important part of analyzing the quality of a product. Next is, how do I design the product strategy? Now, the product strategy could broadly be divided into two buckets. I'll talk about both of them together. So one is product line, the other is product mix. When I say product line, what do I mean by product line? And what do I mean by product mix? Let's take an example with which all of us can very easily correlate. Say I am a company, with a dating app. Today I have a generic dating app. That is my product number one. Tomorrow I come up with a dating app for especially abled people. Then I come for a dating app for old citizens. Then I come up with a dating app for say just the millennials, or say tomorrow I come up with a dating app for married people, right? So what I'm doing is, one is my core product, and then I'm coming up with different products whose major objective is same, that is the dating, right? My core objective of my first product was dating, so I'm coming up with different products which are meant for dating only, but catering to different segments, catering to different set of people. So basically the core of the product remains same, but still the product has a lot of variations. Dating app in general, dating app for older citizens, dating app for specially able people, and so on. And thus, this is called my product line, where the core of the product remains same, but I introduce the variants in the market. That is product line, and it is one of my product strategies to expand. Second is product mix. Suppose today I have a dating app. Tomorrow I come up with a matrimonial app. Then I come up with a app to find jobs, where I'm using the same set of customers. I'm targeting the same set of customers which I earlier formed through my dating app. Later on, I translated them to my another product, which was basically a matrimonial app. And then later on, I used the same set of customers to initiate my third product, which was around finding jobs. So here, the core of my three different products is not same. All three of them, they are not dating app, only one of them is dating, but the core customers remain the same. So where my core customers remain same, but the core product value changes, that is where I say a product mix. That's what the play of product mix is, where I am introducing different products with different value adds, but for the same core customer. That is the difference between product line and product mix. And as a product manager, it is very important for you to understand the difference between product line and product mix, because they are going to drive your designing of the product strategy. Now, we also talked about product branding. Now, there are a few things which we need to keep in mind while taking care of the product branding as a product manager. First of all, remember that what a brand is nothing but a name, term, or say any kind of a symbol which we use to uniquely identify the element or the whole of the product which I am marketing. And this brand, this term, this name, this symbol is going to differentiate my product from that of the competition. For example, the Apple logo, that Apple logo which you see on iPhones, that is the brand. That is how the Apple has done the branding, and that is what makes it different from their competition. So a brand is a name, term, or symbol, or anything which differentiates your product from that of competition. And as good features of the brand, if they are a name, they should be very easily memorable. Even if they are a logo, they should be very easily memorable. They should have a very positive connotation with the customers. They should be able to convey a certain kind of an image which people can perceive in their mind when they recall of a brand. It should be easy to spell, read, remember, and yes, it should be the right fit in my target market, and it should be something which is very easily acceptable by my target customers' cultural values. If I tomorrow come up with a very revealing logo and I want very orthodox customers to be using it, they probably might not use my product because they find the logo to be very, very revealing. So I have to take care of my customers' cultural and social values while coming up with a branding around my product. Very, very important. Then there is something called brand equity. Brand equity, we talk a lot about brand equity as product managers. You will find them in a lot of discussions. But what exactly is brand equity? Brand equity is nothing but the brand's value to the organization. Now, brand equity, it usually is linked to different parameters. These different parameters are around customer loyalty, the perceived quality, the brand awareness, the competitive advantage. All these parameters, they get together and they lead to a hopping brand equity for a particular product. And uh, once say you have first product, it has a certain brand equity, you can always cross leverage it to introduce different brand extensions, which are nothing but, say you are expanding the group of products which you have with or without the same core value, but coming up from the same company or the same organization or the same overall brand. You can always extend to different products, to different extensions, to different uh, new products which you want to introduce, and hence establishing brand equity for your first product and consecutive products is very, very important, because that's going to define and drive the success of your organization. With this, we come to the end of this module, and we'll see you again in the next module of product management certification course. Thank you, everyone.